Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Sampurasun dulu renda. I am Dwitara Ramadhanty. I am from International Communication class. In this video, I would like to tell you about our brand activation concept for Idea Festival 2020, in which we rebrand a traditional village called Cireundeu. Cireundeu is a traditional village located in Lui Gajah, South Cimahi. There are around 600 people who live there. The area of Cireundeu is 64 hectares, and as much as 60 hectares are used for agricultural sectors or farming. From that matter, Cireundeu people are so close to nature. Well, let's jump to the first topic. I will tell you about the village overview. You have heard about strength, weakness, opportunity, and threat analysis, right? And we already analyzed those 4 points of Cireundeu. Cireundeu is good at food self-sufficiency system. They eat rasi or beras singkong instead of rice, and they make it as their staple food. They don't cling on other cities, they don't cling on other village because they only eat what they plant. And it has a camping ground in the peak of Salam Mountain that offers you a very beautiful view. And they have their own pattern of batik called Kujang. They also have a traditional ceremony called Tutup Tahun and Ngeben Tahun. And they are very rich in terms of natural resources, that they have so many herbal trees on their forest. Its culture has been affected by the modernization, and there are lack of tourism places that they don't even know what is their own choreography of traditional dance. Many parties are curious and want to get involved in digging up more about Cireundeu, since Cireundeu has a lot of things that haven't been discovered yet. And the second, they are already integrated by the government. And the third, nowadays, people are interested in culinary, especially when it's unique. In this case, Cireundeu make everything out of cassava. There are several traditional villages which have the same similarity as Cireundeu. And the next, nowadays, people like to travel to a place that have an icon or a good spot to take a picture, but meanwhile, Cireundeu is still lack of attraction places. Now, let me tell you about our competitor review. One of our competitors is Cireundeu, not only because it is located near to Cireundeu, but also it has the same cultural customs such as language, manner, the traditional house, the traditional ceremony that they call it as Wuku Tahun and Magap Tahun. Meanwhile, in Cireundeu, we call it as Tutup Tahun and Cireundeu. And what is Cireundeu's old positioning? Well, their motto in life is Tenyawa asal boga pare, teboga pare asal boga beas, teboga beas asal bisa nyangu, tenyangu asal dahar, tedahar asal kuat. Which means it's okay if we don't have rice fields as long as we have rice. It's okay if we don't have rice as long as we eat. It's okay if we don't eat as long as we are strong. By making new positioning, that doesn't mean the old positioning is not effective. We still take the core essence of the old positioning, that we should be independent. We should not be dependent on others. So we package it in a different way that might suit the current situation. Before I tell you the main topic of this video, which is our brand activation concept, I want you to know the target audience, unique selling point, new positioning, logo, mascot, and IMC strategy, so that you will make a better understanding about our brand activation concept. Our target audience are those who live in urban and suburban area, especially in West Java, Bandung City. Both female and male, who are 15 years old and above, that like entertaining and yet educating activities, and also like to travel. There is a lot of uniqueness of Cireundeu that will take me forever to mention. But in our brand activation concept, we highlight its food sustainability or food self-sufficiency system. Why? because we think that this is the most unique aspect of Cireundeu that no other village, even city, has. So, how do we manage this into our new positioning? Well, we packaged the rebranding by using a new name called New Cireundeu. New Cireundeu means Tepangkan Unikna Cireundeu, that translates to let me introduce you to the uniqueness of Cireundeu. New itself is a homophone of new and new, which are reflecting our main goal of this brand activation. We want to make a brand new Cireundeu, and we want to make people know more about Cireundeu. Now, the logo. There are 4 elements of our logo. The first one is color. The idea behind our color comes from one of Cireundeu's customs, which is meditation. The colors represent chakras that each of them has different meaning. Turquoise represents the ability to communicate, blue represents the ability to focus on big picture, and purple represents the ability to fully connect with the surroundings and nature. And we use cassava leaf because it represents the food sustainability of Cireundeu, that they process cassava into rasi, then make it as their staple food. And then there is the person meditating, because we think that Cireundeu is not only a place which is located geographically, but also the people that carry the entire identity of Cireundeu. And then the last one, there's the outline. The outline represents that all of them are united in Cireundeu. Let me introduce you to Kang Ascir as our mascot. His name, Ascir, comes from Asli Cireundeu, which means originally from Cireundeu. We decided to choose a man to represent the Cireundeu because we believe that what makes Cireundeu special is the people who live there, their loyalty, belief, and willingness to take care of the surroundings as well. Kang Ascir has green funky hair that is shaped as a cassava leaf. Moreover, his funky hair makes him remembered easily. Kang Ascir wears traditional suit of West Java, which is pangsi, and he is not using any footwear to represent the local tradition called nyaba, which is a barefoot hiking tradition that has been going on for years. It is symbolized the unity of human and the nature, which is what the locals believe. Now, let's move to IMC strategy. For brand touchpoint, we will divide it into 2, which are online and offline. For online, we will use Instagram Story, Instagram TV, YouTube, and Line. For offline, we will conduct a campaign named Yuhu campaign, and also we will stand a booth. Our communication objective is to create experience for the audience. And the way to deliver the message, we will say, Singkong nu urang benten, hayu kadir. 5 senses of the audience play important role in order to build the awareness and to build the experience for the audience. We will stimulate the touch, hearing or sound, sight, taste, and also the smell. Taste will be stimulated by letting the audience consume the foods which use cassava as the main ingredient. The audience can hear the sound from New Cireundeu's jingle as well as Cireundeu's traditional music. Audience can experience touch by participating in making rasi. The audience can see Lowong's view and the process of making rasi. And the smell will also come from the foods. And now, what is actually our brand activation concept? As our target audiences are youth, young adult, and adult, be it students or even researchers who live in urban or suburban area and seek for entertainment yet educating program, we create something that is relevant with them. So, we plan to create VR games and 3 days challenge. The VR game consists of simulation where people virtually experience how it feels like to be in Cireundeu. And they also get to experience the making of rasi and also saba, which is Cireundeu's tradition hiking with barefoot. After they gain information about Cireundeu from our VR game, we provide them the program that we mentioned earlier. This 3 days challenge is expected to be a medium for them to experience Cireundeu in real life. To make a better understanding about our program, I will show you the rundown of the 3 days challenge. On the day 1, before they go to Cireundeu, the participants should look for information about Cireundeu from the internet or from the VR game that we provide. And then after they arrive, they eat any kind of processed cassava in Cireundeu. And the next day, the participants learn how to make the food they eat on the first day. And then attend a workshop about rasi, and on the afternoon, experience Sabah or hiking with barefoot and meditation, then catch sunrise on Salam Peak. On the last day, they will attend the Sundanese class, and after that, they share the experience of 3 days in Cireundeu and share what are the differences about Cireundeu they read on the internet or heard from other people and from what they have experienced themselves. In order to engage the larger audience, after they finish the challenge, they have to post the photo they have taken on each day on their Instagram using hashtag Cireundeu 3 days challenge and hashtag Nepangkeun Unikna Cireundeu. To make it clear, I will show you the brand activation flowchart of New Cireundeu. In conclusion, the virtual reality game is made to build awareness of the audience by stimulating their cognitive and affective. Meanwhile, the 3 days challenge is to create the experience to the audience by stimulating their action. That is the explanation of our brand activation concept. Thank you very much. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.